Jacob W Elseffer, born on the 6th of September 1822, died on the 15th of November 1907. Buried at St. Paul's Lutheran Church, Red Hook. Look for a large granite monument in the older section of the cemetery near the parking lot. Attorney and bank founder. Some names in Red Hook are instantly recognizable because of the fame or reputation of the person. Jacob W. Elseffer was such a person during his lifetime in Red Hook and beyond. The son of John Elseffer and Catherine Whiteman Elseffer, he was an attorney and the organizer and president of the First National Bank of Red Hook. At his death, he was said to be one of the oldest practicing attorneys in Dutchess County. Elseffer's first wife, Delia Eliza Bonesteel Elseffer of Claremont, and his second wife, Harriet Eliza Messick Elseffer of Clavrock, share the monument with him at St. Paul's Lutheran Cemetery. Jacob was descended from two of the oldest and most prominent families in Dutchess County. His maternal side, the Whitemans, came from Zurich, Switzerland in 1720. Henry Whiteman and his son were noted patriots in the Revolution, and the family became large landowners in Dutchess and Columbia counties. His paternal line stretched back to 1580 in Holland. In that year, his ancestor, Louis Elseffer, started the Elseffer printing works, soon to be known throughout the world for producing the Elsefferian Bibles. The Elseffer home was located at 7518 North Broadway. The original building is no longer extant, but is listed on the 1867 map as Mapleton, J. W. Elseffer. It remained in family hands for several generations. Today, the site is occupied by a parking lot between the Village Pizza 3 and Scanlon's Cleaners. According to his 1907 obituary, published in the Rhinebeck Gazette, Jacob lived a long life in Red Hook. Jacob W. Elseffer, the oldest practicing attorney in the county, died at his home in Red Hook on last Friday evening. The deceased was the son of John Elseffer, once a member of Assembly from this district, and Catherine Whiteman. He was 85 years old at his death, having been born September 6, 1822. He took top academic course at Clavrock, Columbia County, spending 3 years there. He passed the entrance examination to Williams College, but took up the study of law with Judge Rowley at Upper Red Hook instead of going to college. He was admitted to the bar in 1845 and was very successful in the practice of law. Mr. Elseffer was the organizer of the First National Bank of Red Hook and was elected president. For a long time he was a director and was also attorney for the bank. Mr. Elseffer was a Democrat in politics. He was a member of the Fraternity of Free and Accepted Masons and was made a member of Monumental Lodge No. 374 at the first meeting in April 1866. He was master of the lodge in 1860. During the Civil War, the lodge was in bad shape, and most of the members wished to surrender the charter. Through Mr. Elseffer's efforts, this was averted, however, and the lodge removed to Tivoli, where it has been in a prosperous condition ever since. At the time of his death, Mr. Elseffer was the oldest member and senior past member. The funeral was held on Monday afternoon from his late residence. The services were in charge of Monumental Lodge No. 374 of Magdalen. Jacob Elseffer's name made the front pages of many newspapers nationwide when Democrat presidential candidate William Jennings Bryan and his wife Mary Bard Bryan attempted to take a break from campaigning at the Perrin home in Upper Red Hook. Mrs. Perrin had taught Mrs. Bryan at the Female Academy in Jacksonville, Illinois, hence the trip to Red Hook. But that was not to be, as reported in the August 18, 1896 edition of the Boston Post. The J. Watts de Peister gun squad from Magdalen, a nearby community, was at hand and fired a salute, and a brass band discoursed popular airs during the evening. Jacob Elseffer, a lawyer of Red Hook, known as the Lower Village in distinction from Upper Red Hook, introduced Mr. Bryan to the gathering in and about Mr. Perrin's house, and standing on the portico, Mr. Bryan made a short speech of thanks. Introducing the national presidential candidate to the Red Hook community was a signal honor in the life of Jacob W. Elseffer. The Boston Post further reported and described the 6-mile journey from the train station in Barrytown to the Perrin home in Upper Red Hook as passing through beautiful farming country, something for which Red Hook is still admired today.